In the world of AI, a handful of big names seem to grab all the headlines. But what if I told you that one of the most powerful players is a lab you've probably never even heard of? Today, we're diving into the Inclusion AI offense, a set of absolutely brilliant models from a lab that's been flying way under the radar. So, who do you think is the most underrated AI lab in the world? I bet your mind immediately jumps to the usual suspects, right? The big tech giants. But the lab we're talking about today, well, they're playing a completely different game. And that lab is Inclusion AI. See, while everyone else seems to be chasing the next big score on a leaderboard, Inclusion AI is focused on something much more fundamental. They're trying to solve the core architectural bottlenecks of AI itself. They're not just playing the game, they're trying to redesign the whole playing field. And wow, their latest release is the perfect example of this unique strategy. This isn't just some simple model update. They've framed it as a coordinated strategic move they're calling a dual offensive. So this offensive, it's basically a two-pronged attack. On one side, you've got Ring 2.5, which they call the Thinker. It's a deep, specialized reasoning engine. And on the other side, there's Ming Flash Omni 2, the Perceiver, a broad, multi-sensory interface. So you've got one model for pure, deep thought, and another for interacting with the rich, messy world all around us. It's a really fascinating approach, right? All right, so let's break down that first part of the offensive, Ring. This is the model that's been engineered for pure, deep cognition. And the scale here, it is just staggering. Ring 2.5 is the world's first open-source trillion-parameter reasoning model. I mean, a network of that sheer size is built for one thing and one thing only, to think deeper and more logically than any open model that has ever come before it. And the performance they're reporting is just as wild as its size. We're talking gold medal level skills in international math competitions. It's hitting state-of-the-art results on super complex tasks like autonomous software engineering. And here's the crucial part. It's designed to evaluate the entire reasoning process, not just spit out a final answer. So how does it pull this off? Well, without getting too lost in the technical weeds, it uses a really innovative new architecture. But what that means for us is a massive boost in efficiency. It's reportedly 3 times faster and uses over 10 times less memory for those long, complex thinking tasks. That is a huge leap forward. Okay, so that's the Thinker. Now for the other side of the offensive, let's talk about Ming, the all-seeing, all-hearing Perceiver. Now, the secret sauce behind Ming is a really clever architecture called Mixture of Experts, or MO. Think of it like having a whole team of specialists on call. Instead of using its entire 100 billion parameter brain for every single task, it only calls up the most relevant experts, about 6 billion of them at a time. This makes it incredibly efficient. And according to their official release, this expert team just crushes it in 3 key areas: expert-level multimodal cognition, immersive acoustic synthesis, and high dynamic image generation. So what does all that actually mean in plain English? Okay, this is where it gets really, really cool. It can look at a picture of some cultural artifact and instantly connect it to this vast web of knowledge. It can generate audio with specific emotional feelings, or even clone your voice from just a short sample. And its image skills are so advanced, it can do things like completely reconstruct the atmosphere of a photo. It's wild stuff. So, let's recap. We've got this unbelievably powerful duo of AI models, a trillion-parameter thinker and a super perceiver. But, and this is a huge but, this brings us to the major twist in the story, and the real reason Inclusion AI is still so underrated, what I'm calling the Great Accessibility Wall. So the crucial question, the million-dollar question is this. With all this groundbreaking power, can you actually try them out? Can a researcher, a developer, or just a curious person like you or me actually get our hands on these models? Well, let's just walk through the process that people have documented online. You get all excited, you go to the official demo website, you try to upload a file to test it out, and bam, you're immediately hit with a login screen. And the only option it gives you need a Chinese phone number. For most of the global community, that's it, a complete dead end. But the problem goes even deeper than just a login screen. Even if you could download the model files, they are just way too massive to run on any normal computer. You'd need some serious enterprise-level hardware. And to make it all worse, none of the major cloud services that let you run these giant models are currently hosting them. And all of this, it brings us to a really fundamental and maybe even uncomfortable question about what open source truly means now in the age of these ridiculously massive AI models. This quote from the YouTuber Merlin AI, who's been tracking these releases, just perfectly captures the whole paradox. He says, they are huge models, not available with any inference provider. I can't even log in. You can just feel the frustration there. All this incredible power, completely out of reach. So this leaves us with a really critical question to chew on. Inclusion AI is releasing what are technically open source models with world-class, groundbreaking capabilities, but if the global community can't actually access them, can't test them, can't build on them, how open are they really? It's a paradox that challenges the very definition of open in the world of AI.